when you're out of love and like when you're not thinking about it from like a romantic perspective, it makes so much sense. Like it's clear, it's right there in front of you. You're like, ah, I knew this. This is always true. But like once you have like emotions attached to something, it's like, ah, I don't know what is happening. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? It's like if I read that text situation out to you, that like text transcript dialogue, you tell me what I just told you, like exactly word for word.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel you, but like, why am I like this? I can't even help people.
No, you don't.
I don't,
Nah,
I don't know
well,
what to say, honestly.
no, because like, okay, the first thing you need to understand is, as a very, very close friend of mine, like I deal with things myself and then I share it once I've dealt with it, like once I'm happy with it, okay? So when I like the input I need is just like let's talk about it, like be like intellectual, not like don't feel like you have to say something to make me feel better, 'cause like I'm like there's no need to feel better. I'm okay with it. Like I always say this, like if I don't like feel like I've fallen in love by 35, I'll just adopt a kid who's not had a good upbringing or parents passed away, and I'll just give that kid a good life. Like I'm happy with that, honestly. I'm good with like this shit not working, but also like I'm 21 years old. What I know to be true at this age, my entire reality, everything I've experienced, when I'm 42, I will have doubled that. So think about all the fucking like shit that's gonna happen on all the shit I'm gonna know like until then. So that's why I have this peace about life. Everything will just play out the way it is. And also, I can't control it. Like, what the fuck can I do? I can only control my actions. I can't control how like external shit happens or like who falls in love me and with me or who doesn't. Like, gotta take a no from the lady.
Bro, I always when you speak, I just makes me feel dumb
No,
because
that's.
the way you phrase, the way you use your words, the way you think, wow.
But you know what it is. You know what I like about like conversations like this. I always say this. I like being friends with people that like challenge me, not like attack me. You know, but they challenge me to think. They challenge me to like restructure my like principles or my morals or learn something intellectually. Like, but like you and I are talking about this, that means that you are also as deep to this level because like think about all your friends, right? And even the ones you really care about. How many of them could you talk about something like this with? Like I don't have a lot of friends that I can talk with about this topic, not because like they don't know it or they're stupid, but like they're just not open to that same level. They're not able to have a conversation about these kind of things. It hurts them. They're secretive. They're private. For me, I do not give a fuck. Fuck it, we ball. Gotta make money
Alright.
first. No, cause like the type of person think about it this way. This is a very good motivator, Yan, right? If you if you look after your hair and your skin and you wear fitted clothes, right? You are instantly ahead of 99% of men. Because 99% of men don't do this shit, right? Put on a little bit of perfume, put on some hand softener cream, some skin moisturizer, and you look better than 99% of men. Now, if you're better than 99% of men out there, you're looking for a woman that's in the 1% of women because you want someone who can match you. You don't want someone who's below you because that'll be boring. You want someone, like I said, who will challenge you. Not difficult to get along with, but someone who helps you grow and develop and teaches you new things. So if you're in the 99% of men and you're looking for a woman that's in the 1% of women, you need to think that this woman will not look for someone lower than her. She will look for a man that's in the 0.5% of men. You get it? And when you become the 0.45% sorry, of men, you won't want this woman anymore. You're gonna want a woman that's in the 0.1% of men. You get me? Like
Yeah.
it's just like you need to like be the person, try and be the person that the person you want to be wants to be, if that makes sense. That's that's like that's like my goal of like feeling fulfilled in life. 'Cause like if your life was stable and your life was perfect and you had this like telescopically written like romantic life, like you went to college, you went to university, you met the love of your life, you got married, you had 2 kids, you lived in a house, and the World War III never happened and you lived happily ever after. If your life was like that, can you imagine like imagine it as like a puzzle, right? All the pieces would have 3 sides and they would all be the same color if your life was like that. How boring would that be? Like if you look at your entire life through every day you lived when you're like 89 and on the verge of death, and it's just green, a green square or like a black circle. No, you want these puzzle pieces, one to have 3 sides, one to have four, one to have 2 sides, one to be blue, one to be green, one to be red, one to be white. And then when you look back at like all your experiences and everything you've lived through life, like it paints like an abstract image. Like that's that's how I try to like fill myself with experiences with. So like when something happens, I'm grateful for it. When something doesn't happen, I'm grateful that I thought that I could deserve it. Like if I don't get to be with the girl that I love, then that means it wasn't right for us because life didn't have it that way. But I am very grateful that I found someone that I thought I was right with. Because it's hard to find someone that you think you're right with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's why. That's why, like, it's like I don't need to be picked up. I just need to stop putting myself down because, you know, I come from a family with one parent, so when I was a kid, my mother vilified my dad a lot, and there was a lot of, you're your father's son, you're gonna grow up to be like him, you know, you're gonna be like the same type of person, and that wasn't a good thing. So, like, when a girl says no, my first opinion is, okay, so like, I'm being a failure, and this is written into me, and it's okay, this is my life, and I need to not think that way because, I mean, let's be honest, I speak 5 languages, and I left my mother's house at 17 to move halfway across the world to feed my family. I've been homeless for the past 2 years, but now I have everything, and I do that. So, like, I don't know a lot of people who can do that. My classmates graduated the same time as me. They're 21, 22. They still tell their parents when they're going out. They still ask their parents for cigarette money. Me, my 16th birthday, I said, "Dear mother, thank you for raising me to this age. Till now, I've asked, can I go out? From this day forward, I'm telling you I'm going out." That was the end of that conversation. Never discussed it ever again. So, I just need to, like, I mean, we all could, like, just, like, big ourselves up, say good things to ourselves, like self-love. You know, like everyone talks about like self-love. You see all these posts, right, on Instagram. I don't know if you go to the search tab or the real tab, like the discover, all these like mental health, like positivity posts, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, everywhere, right? Like people forget that like thinking about being grateful and thinking about being happy is not the same as actually like doing it, right? Like, love is not a feeling, love is an action. Stop thinking about how lovable of a person you are. Start thinking about how your act of loving is. Are you careful or like do you care too much and you don't give a person enough space? Like I see that from my family, you know, you have to like think about these kind of things. But also on the other hand, being grateful. You're not grateful for your life because you think, "Oh, I'm a grateful person." No, that doesn't make you grateful for life. You need to wake up in the morning, look out into the sun, and be like, fucking hell. I can feel the sun on my skin. I can breathe. I can smell the flowers. I can hear the birds chirping. People don't get to see this. People don't get to do this. thank you, whoever it is out there, if there is a God, if there isn't, that I am, I'm here, I have my friends, they make me happy, you know, and small things like that routinely, you find your own like corners and pockets of happiness in the world. Your little music, your little routine in the morning, your cup of tea, what you do when you come back from school or uni or work, whatever. And that's the kind of shit that you want to like fill your life with, and like experiences like that. Because one of those things will be your red four-piece puzzle, the other will be your blue two-piece puzzle. But in the end, even if you don't know how they're gonna fit together or what it's gonna look like in the end, when you get to the end, you're gonna look back and it's gonna be like a beautiful abstract mixed image. Yeah. And thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Bro, that was not fucking TikTok.
TED Talk, TED Talk.
Oh, oh yeah, then.
Dude,
Sorry.
yeah, that's fine. I write a lot of
Oh
poetry.
my god. What the fuck did I just listen?
But you know what's scary, bro? Like,
Uh,
on one hand, like, I wish I didn't know this shit because I go to speak, like, this is like an awakening moment. Like, right, you've always known what I just said. It just needed to be, like, activated in you. It's, like, intuitive. It's, like, written into the fabric of life. I went to, like, in my area during coronavirus, they offered people who were staying at home and not working because I got put off work. They offered people to go to like, like the ones in Fight Club, the cancer support like patient groups, like for people to talk to because the cancer patients who wanted support didn't have anyone to talk to because the coronavirus happened and their normal routines were disrupted.
yeah.
I went to one of those twice and like we were just talking about like this kind of things, but like in like a past experience type of way because these people had made like peace with their lives, right? Even if they weren't happy with it, they had accepted like it is what it is and that they're going to die. They were just talking about like having kids and like their relationship to their parents who passed away like 40, 50 years ago at this point. And like we were having like this conversation and I was saying like the type of shit like to the same level that we spoke about right now. And then like I just sat back for a second and I was like, fucking hell, Hans. The type of shit like you are connecting with people are with people that are like on the verge of death who have lived like 70, 80 years of life. But think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. If it takes other people that long to get to that point of thinking, they never get to find out what's after that because they pass away before the next idea comes, right? If you and if we can think like this at 21, how people think when they're 70, 80, 60, then when we get to 60, 80, we're gonna think like how people think when they're 200 and 300. Like, can you imagine how incredible that's gonna be? Because what you deserve, who you are, you deserve that to be matched and that to make you better. So think about everything that you are. The girl that's gonna be right for you is gonna be just as good and better. So think how good you are and think how fucking incredible that girl is gonna be, bro. Like this is what I keep telling myself. Like if I'm that deep and the person who belongs to me is gonna be deeper than me, that person is gonna be fucking amazing. Like I love being my own best friend, so I'm gonna be fucking bestest friends with that person. And I keep an open mind. Like it might not be like one person, it might not be like romantic love, but like it can be anything. It can be your children, it can be your best friend, it can be your cousin, it can be your sister or your brother, Everyone has that kind of person. Or well, hopefully everyone has that kind of person. I don't think I've found mine, but I hope I do one day. I believe I will. I'd say the same to you.
That made me cry, bro. And I'm
It's
not
okay.
joking.
It's okay.
Brought tears to my eyes. Wow, and sent shivers on my spine.
I appreciate that. That's a nice reaction to it. Lets me know